Hi guys, my name is Jeff Gamble. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm super happy that I've been able to partnership with Jesse Garcia. Jesse and I have actually known each other for quite some time. We actually were in another company together, and I had heard of him before I actually met him. I knew that he had been up in Wisconsin doing great things. I think we had met the first time in Chicago many years ago, and over the last 5 years, I actually got to know him personally simply because I was up in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area quite a bit, and I watched this gentleman build an organization all across the country, and I thought, man, if we ever found the right thing, he would be one of the people that I would want to work directly with. I brought him an idea just recently, and we've decided to partnership on it. He's super busy. I know he has, the commercial lighting LED company, and they're doing real estate, and he does all kinds of things. But when I brought this to him, he's like, "Yeah, this totally makes sense. Great lead generation program." So we've decided to come together. What we do is credit and credit repair and credit improvement. Just kind of give you my quick background and story why this made so much sense. But first, I just want to say, hey, do us a huge favor. Hear us out on what we're actually working on. So if you happen to come across the right person, you can refer us. I made a ton of financial mistakes growing up. I got married when I was 19. I then decided to quit school and go self-employed, which my mom's actually a school teacher. My dad's a college professor, so you can imagine me coming home and telling them I'm going to quit college so I can go self-employed. They were real happy. Actually, they were pissed. It did not go over well. But did it anyway, and while I was self-employed, before I had insurance, I found out I was sick, real sick. Went in for a doctor's appointment. He's like, it looks bad. Did some more tests. Came back, it was bad. It was cancer. So I spent a year in the hospital with no insurance. 2 surgeries, chemotherapy, 4 rounds, got down to 106 pounds. It was not pretty. But what was even uglier is after they said, hey, you're good to go, you're cured, I owed, close to $250,000 or a little over $250,000 with all the medicine and hospital stays and everything. It was real ugly. But I decided I didn't want to file bankruptcy. I wanted to fight my way out. And I decided to go into real estate. I thought real estate was the way out. A lot of money. Flipping houses. I was watching late night TV. I don't know if you ever saw Charlton Sheets, No Money Down. I ended up getting that program and going through it and figuring out how to purchase properties on contract, wholesaling, the whole 9 yards. I ended up acquiring 18 properties and flipping them in a 36-month period of time. Things were going great. I then started building a real estate company, selling houses, putting together a team. I put 15 people on a team, and I was helping people with all kinds of different crazy issues, from credit, divorce situations, bankruptcy situations, and all of a sudden, the industry fell apart. 2007 and 8, if you weren't alive to experience it and just hear about it, I was one of the tragedies of that situation. One day I woke up and a builder was closing, 9 commissions weren't coming in to the tune of about $70,000 for that month, and at that point I was paying out $27,000 a month just to break even. It was ugly. And eventually everything came to a head. Finances fell apart, lost a 5-bedroom house, lost the 2 cars, the marriage fell apart, and I ended up in front of an attorney. And at that point I owed close to $3 million. And the attorney's like, look, there's not a payment plan for this, so you have 3 choices. Number 1, you can fly somewhere we can't find you. Number 2, you can win the lottery and maybe more than once. Or number 3, you're going to have to file Chapter 7 and wipe this all out. And unfortunately, that's what I had to do. I had to start all over again. I ended up buying a $600 truck with the last $1,000 that I had to my name. So it was just me and this 1980 POS, 4 on the floor. It had no brakes. So you actually had to put it in gear to stop it. I actually jumped out and it rolled down the street. It was awful. Back to the story. I ended up pulling my credit right after that bankruptcy. Like the day it discharged, I ended up pulling a tri-merge, which means I got credit bureaus from all 3 bureaus. And my score sucked. I mean, it was like a 400, just above 500. Terrible scores, couldn't buy anything, couldn't do anything. But I decided I was going to get out of this situation right away. And I put together this 6-step system to get out. Fast forward 7 months from that day, I pulled my credit again 7 months later, 7 months after this bankruptcy. And because of these 6 steps, I raised my credit score to a 691, just over 700, and a 729. People are like, how did you do that? Exactly. That's what everybody started asking me. So ever since then, I've been known as the credit guy. I've helped a lot of people through those steps. Those 6 steps have worked. The problem is I had some knowledge most people don't have. I had some training most people don't have. And I had some patience to be able to sit down and write, the 38 letters to the different credit bureaus each time and follow up and know what to do and know what to say and, cite the law that's in the 1971 Fair Credit Reporting Act. After that, I've done a bunch of different things, but in December, 2 friends of mine that have been successful inside the direct sales industry approached me with a company, and I was skeptical. I was burnt out. I did not want to hear about nothing. But they approached me the right way. They said, hey, do me a favor. I just want you to hear us out. I said, sure. I said, what are you guys doing? They said, credit repair. I said, okay. What's the company? I probably heard of them. And they said, FES. I'm like, now I'm skeptical and kind of weird because I usually know. And I'm like, I've never heard of these guys. What do they do? They said, well, they're out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. They started 14 years ago. For the first 10 years, basically all they did was market outside, newspaper, traditional ways, realtors, bringing it in-house. And about 4 years ago, they decided to go outside sales. And they acquired they partnership with a bunch of other companies, and they basically packaged together one membership that covers everything. And the name of the company is Financial Education Services, FES. I was like, okay, what all do they do? So first they do credit. The second thing they have is a credit builder program. That's another piece to be able to get like secured cards and teach you what to do to get non-secured cards and raise your limit. Third, they have credit attorneys on staff to be able to help out with litigation, harassment, payment plans. Fourth, Smart Credit, which is like Credit Karma, giving you all 3 bureaus and scores and updates. Fifth, LifeLock, which is the #1 identity theft marketed program on the planet. 6, a company called Debt Zero, teaching you how to basically put all your debt in and showing you faster ways to pay everything off and get out of debt. Number 7 is My Care Plan, which is wills and testaments, will and a testament and a trust, so that way final love letter to everybody, and then counseling on how to do it and what to do, so you have a service that you can call into. Financial Lockbox is next. That's part 8. Financial Lockbox basically gives you a list of every document you'd ever need to start over. So we're talking about birth certificate, social, life insurance, that note on your house, every other document, because we have so many passcodes. You get to upload all of this into a secured server with a passcode and a beneficiary. So if you would ever move, there'd be a fire, there'd be a break-in, you'd lose some stuff, you could press a button and get all the documents back you needed to be able to move forward. Amazing service. They also have 3 savings plans. They have a portal for shopping, they have a portal for travel, and they also have a portal for prescription card discounts. They've got an education training piece for kids, and they give money away for scholarships. And last but not least, for the people who are involved in actually marketing it, they've got a life insurance program. We don't sell life insurance, they just give it to us as part of the program. If you stay in the program and you meet certain qualifications, after 3 months they give you $30,000. After 6 months, they give you $50,000. After 10 months, they give you $75,000. And in the end, they give you $100,000 life insurance for being involved in the program and meeting certain qualifications. So that's the program. And I was like, okay, how much is all this? And they're like, it's $89 a month. And I was like, oh, wow, that's actually not that much. And I was like, and contract? They said, no, it's month to month. So a month-to-month contract, $89. I said, what else? They're like, it's $99 one-time setup fee. So a new person who needs their credit fixed pays $188 the first month. They get in, they log into the system, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. So I ended up basically signing up as both a rep to market it and a customer just to see how it worked. I logged into the system, and here's how it pretty much worked. I logged in, and it said, would you like to get the process started? I said, yes. They said, is all this information correct? I said, yes. At that point, my credit bureaus popped up, all 3 bureaus, and a little window popped up and said, the system has found 3 negative things that are probably hurting your credit. Would you like to start disputing? I clicked yes. It then brought up a page that said we need to verify these 2 documents. One was social, one was address. I punched both of those in, took a picture of what they needed, uploaded it, and it said within 48 hours you'll be contacted. 48 hours later I was contacted that I was getting a package in the mail. I got that package in the mail, and it was basically for all 3, a separate stapled letter for each one of the bureaus, for each item that was on my credit, for each thing that was wrong, along with verification information. They said all you need to do is sign it and mail it in. So I signed it, put it in an envelope, mailed in TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. What was the results? about 40 days later, my score went up 41 points. 41 points in 40. The thing that amazed me at that point is I never talked to a single person. So I was like, this is definitely a marketable product. It's streamlined. It's actually automated. So from that point on, I'm like, look, I want to market it. What are we doing? They said there's 3 kinds of people that we're looking for. Four. Number 1, we're looking for customers. Number 2, we're looking for inside sales reps who would like to market to customers. You know, we have some people who are spare time. We have some people who are part-time. I have actually silent partners, people who do not want to be named. All they do is refer them to me. We tell them what's going on. They sign up. We both get paid. Obviously, if you're a real estate agent, mortgage, if you're a financial planner, you have to disclose that. But other than that, you're good. The third type of person we're looking for, outside of customers and inside sales rep for the product, corporate accounts, real estate companies, mortgage companies, auto dealerships, financial planners. All of these people run across people who have credit issues, so we're looking to connect with them. If the company doesn't want to do it, maybe an individual inside the company wants to do it. And the last type of person we're looking for is the recruiter trainer. The recruiter trainer basically does what Jesse and I are doing. We're actually building an organization of people as well as an organization of customers who want to basically have an opportunity to make money outside. Obviously, Jesse's extremely successful at what he does outside, but what we've learned is multiple streams of income are smart, and to work with people who are basically building stuff that we know and trust and like goes really well if you partnership together. So we're looking for those different kinds of people. If you know of somebody who needs help with credit, if you know of somebody who's looking for something part-time to do, whether sales or recruiting, they have an amazing training system. We're putting the team together right now. We appreciate you for watching. Hopefully you'll be able to refer us somebody if you run into them. And if you have any other interest beyond that, please get Jesse on the phone. If you want the details on how the money works and how we put the team together, get me on the phone and I'll answer anything I can. We appreciate you watching. Thank you so much.